this evening. First, Ghana steps up its relief efforts as Hurricane Beryl devastates the Caribbean. President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali appointed Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips to lead the response, with aid already dispatched to Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In other news, the tragic death of a 3-month-old at an unlicensed daycare in Caneville prompts a thorough investigation. We have the latest details on the post-mortem examination. Also, a contractor in Queenstown fights back during a robbery, shooting one of the suspects. Police are investigating the incident and gathering eyewitness statements. Plus, the Ministry of Labour partners with Coursera to offer online life skill training across Guyana, aiming to improve job prospects and skills in remote areas. And finally, Hurricane Beryl's destructive path leaves Union Island nearly homeless and Grenada in devastation, while Jamaica braces for impact. We'll bring you the latest updates on this situation and more coming up on tonight's broadcast. Welcome to this broadcast of Channel 2's Headline News Update for July 3rd, 2024. I am Baby Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. First, Ghana is stepping up its relief efforts in response to the devastating Hurricane Beryl. President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, also the chairman of CARICOM, has appointed Prime Minister Retired Brigadier Mark Phillips to lead the country's response. Prime Minister Phillips is working with various agencies, including the Ghana Defence Force and the Civil Defence Commission, to assist Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The first shipment of aid, containing generators, water purification tablets, batteries, among others, were delivered to Grenada on Tuesday. Additional supplies such as chainsaws, mattresses, tarpaulins, and building materials are being prepared for shipment. Prime Minister Phillips emphasized the importance of solidarity and support during these challenging times, stating that Ghana is committed to providing both immediate relief and long-term rebuilding assistance. Hurricane Beryl, a Category 5 storm, has caused significant destruction and loss of life in Windward Islands. As the region braces for further impact from Hurricane Beryl, the government continues coordinating with local and regional agencies to aid affected areas. In other news, a post-mortem examination was conducted on 3-month-old Kyrie Anthony Nelson by government pathologist Dr. Nihal Singh at Georgetown Public Hospital's mortuary earlier today. The cause of death was determined to be suffocation. Nelson's death occurred last Friday at a daycare in Caneville, East Bank, Demerara, sparking a thorough investigation. The daycare, owned by a woman currently abroad, employs 2 local teachers aged 21 and 24. The infant's mother, Rebecca Anthony, said she left her son at the daycare at 8 a.m. The child was fed an hour later and placed in a cradle around 11 a.m. At noon, the teacher found the infant face down on his pillow with blood from his nostril. He was taken to the Diamond Diagnostic Hospital, but despite several attempts to revive him, he did not survive. Investigations revealed that the daycare, Maya's Daycare, has been operating illegally since January 2, 2024, without proper licensing from the Child Care and Protection Agency. The facility's last license renewal was in February 2020, and the registered caregiver, Ms. McLeod, reported it closed during and after COVID-19. The daycare was reopened illegally by her granddaughter, Ms. Archer, without the CPA's knowledge or assessment. It was discovered that 24 children currently attend this facility, which includes 3 3-month-old babies. The police are investigating the incident. Ms. Archer, the granddaughter operating the daycare, is currently in police custody. The CPA has expressed sadness over the child's death and emphasized the importance of using registered and licensed childcare facilities to ensure children's safety. They urge parents to verify the credentials of childcare providers to prevent such tragedies. On a different note, the Labour Ministry and Coursera have teamed up to offer an online life skills training program aimed at improving skills across the country, especially in remote areas. This program will help people learn essential subjects like reading, math, health, wellness, and entrepreneurship. Minister of Labour Joseph Hamilton emphasized the importance of having both practical and theoretical skills for getting good jobs. At the launch, more than 115 people signed up for the program. Once they finish the mandatory courses, they can choose other courses that match their interests. Jacob Opede from the Guyana Online Academy of Learning stressed that these life skills are valuable and can improve livelihoods. The program is user-friendly with features to help persons complete the course series even with poor internet access. For those interested in joining, registration is available at the Board of Industrial Training Office. Even those who are not yet part of BIT can still join the program, with the ministry offering assistance in the registration process, ensuring that no one is left behind. The ministry also has a central recruitment and manpower agency to help individuals find jobs that match their qualifications. Stick around when we return. Alleged knife-wielding motorcycle bandit shot by victim, and 2 remanded following alleged robbery of Indian national in Georgetown.
Experience more than award-winning speed.
Way more.
Get the best that LTE has to offer on Digicel, officially the fastest mobile network in Guyana. Ookla, the company behind Speedtest, recognizes Digicel as the best mobile network in Guyana. With the best LTE experience and the fastest data speeds, experience it all with Digicel, the award-winning network for everyone, everywhere.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Hello, my fellow TikToker followers. Here's credit. And today, all we will be making Chinese noodles with peppies, chow mein, chicken fritters, and spice cake. For the noodles, all of these will be using peppies, black pepper, cashew,
Chinese sauce, soy sauce, garlic sauce, paprika, Chinese seasoning, chow mein seasoning, white spice, and all-purpose seasoning.
Next, this chicken that we marinated, soak for all you don't know nothing with peppies, green seasoning, miracle seasoning,
Pepper sauce, chicken seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, direct seasoning, black pepper, onion powder, and ginger powder, and document plantain flour, and then this butter we make with this quick piece powder, and we
boil in high. We serve with peppies, barbecue sauce. Radical went to the supermarket and she papa buy up enough things. She feels she alone can cook, but she routine even wrong. He shaped like a guy in a map.
Peppies has a wide range of ingredients available at supermarkets nationwide. Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Current smiles make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Mill Street, Georgetown. Telephone 226-1082.
Welcome back. Police are investigating a robbery involving a 32-year-old contractor that occurred on Sunday night at Irving and Forshaw Street in Queenstown, Georgetown. The incident occurred around 7:45 p.m. when two suspects on a motorcycle approached the contractor. Chris Ben, a 29-year-old from South Rhymeville Garden, allegedly brandished a knife and demanded the contractor's cell phone valued at $150,000. After snatching the phone, Ben attempted to flee but was shot by the contractor, who is a licensed firearm holder. Ben and his accomplice tried to escape on foot after the contractor fired 3 shots, hitting Ben in the back. The accomplice managed to escape while Ben fell to the ground and was apprehended by the contractor and his workers. The stolen phone and motorcycle were recovered at the scene. Ben was escorted to the Georgetown Public Hospital, where he is receiving medical attention for the gunshot wound he sustained to the middle of his back, which exited the right side of his abdomen. The police have questioned eyewitnesses and gathered statements as they continue with their investigation into the incident. In other news, 2 men, 29-year-old Aaron Sucre, a taxi driver from Caneville, East Bank Demerara, and 21-year-old Dexter Lewis of Houston, East Bank Demerara, were remanded for a joint charge of robbery under arms when they appeared at the Georgetown Magistrates Court on Tuesday, June 2nd. The duo appeared before Magistrate Faith McGusty, where they were accused of robbing an Indian national visiting Guyana with his family and friends for a cricket event. According to reports, the incident occurred on June 27, 2024, when the victim and his cousin were returning to their hotel on 5th Street, Albertown, after purchasing food. As they were about to enter the hotel, they noticed a burgundy Honda CR-V slowly approaching, driven by Sucre and accompanied by Lewis and 2 other individuals. The 2 accomplices exited the vehicle, held the victim at gunpoint, and robbed him of a leather wallet containing $40, bank cards, and important documents before fleeing the scene. Police, acting on CCTV footage and intelligence, intercepted Sucre and Lewis in Houston. After questioning, both men confessed to the crime upon being formally charged. Both defendants pleaded not guilty to the charge in court. However, the prosecutor objected to bail, citing pending similar charges in Grove and Diamond. Magistrate McGusty subsequently ordered that Sucre and Lewis be remanded to prison until their next court appearance scheduled for July 16, 2024. Don't go away after the break. Burkina Faso on the cusp of another coup, and death toll from India stampede rises to 116.
Not a single bar of service.
Not with us. Digicel officially has the best mobile coverage in Guyana. Ookla, the company behind Speed Test, recognizes Digicel as the network with the best mobile coverage in Guyana. Be it in Aishalton or in Etteringban, we got you covered.
Digicel, the award-winning network for everyone, everywhere.
Hello, my fellow TikToker followers. He is Credit, and today all we will be making Chinese noodles with peppies, chow mein, chicken fritters, and spice cake. For the noodles, all of these will be using peppies, black pepper, cashew,
Chinese sauce, soy sauce, garlic sauce, paprika, Chinese seasoning, chow mein seasoning, five spice, and all-purpose seasoning.
Next, this chicken that we marinated, soak for all you wanna know nothing with peppies, green seasoning, miracle seasoning,
Pepper sauce, chicken seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, dark seasoning, black pepper, onion powder, and ginger powder, and document plantain flour, and then this butter we make with this quick piece powder, and we
boil in high. We serve with peppies, barbecue sauce. Radhika went to the supermarket and she pop buy up enough things. She feels she alone can cook, but she routine even wrong. He shaped like a guy in a map.
Peppies has a wide range of ingredients available at supermarkets nationwide. Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Common Smalls make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Middle Street, Georgetown, telephone 226-1082.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Cab Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at what's happening in the region and around the world. Angola has removed the visa requirement for nationals of Guyana and Colombia, effective immediately. Minister of Home Affairs Kenneth Hodge announced the decision made at the June 27, 2024 Executive Council meeting. This move aligns with Angola's commitment to strengthening regional and international relationships and developing a sustainable migration policy. Hodge noted that the visa waiver aims to enhance bilateral relations, encourage tourism, and facilitate business development. This change also aligns with the United Kingdom's decision on November 9, 2022, to lift visa restrictions for Guyana and Colombian nationals. Hurricane Beryl struck Union Island at night, leaving nearly everyone homeless. The island, part of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, is devastated with 90% of houses damaged or destroyed. Grenada also faces devastation with power and communication systems down after Beryl made landfall as a Category 4 hurricane. Jamaica is preparing for Beryl's approach, with residents urged to evacuate vulnerable areas. Al Jazeera's Alexandra Byers reports.
Beryl hit in the middle of the night and left nearly everyone on Union Island homeless. This is what's left of the tiny island, just 9 square kilometers large, part of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Residents did what they could to survive, as homes were torn apart and windows broke around them. They said the pressure was so intense they could feel it in their ears. Hardly anything's been left standing.
90% of the houses have been severely damaged, destroyed.
There's devastation in Grenada, too. Beryl made landfall Monday as a Category 4 hurricane. Thousands of people are without power and communication systems are down.
It is almost Armageddon-like, almost total damage or destruction of all buildings. Complete devastation and destruction of agriculture. Complete and total destruction of the natural environment.
And Beryl's not done yet. The hurricane's charging towards Jamaica. Emergency preparations are underway.
If you live in a low-lying area, and an area is historically prone to flooding and landslide, or if you live on the banks of a river or a gully, I implore you to evacuate to a shelter or to safer ground.
At one point, Beryl reached Category 5 status, with winds of at least 250 kilometers per hour. It's the first time a storm this powerful has hit so early in the season. Meteorologists say it's due to record-breaking heat in the North Atlantic, and scientists say that's all due to global warming. They're warning the season is on track to be much worse than usual. Alexandra Byers, Al Jazeera.
Internationally, recent shootings, first at the presidential palace and then at the site of a public broadcaster in the capital Ouagadougou, are fueling the suggestions that Burkina Faso may be edging towards another mutiny amid a growing security crisis in the country. Al Jazeera's Nicholas Haig reports.
Soldiers, but voices critical of Burkina Faso's military junta. In uniform, 71-year-old Ablase Ouedraogo, the country's former foreign minister, along with a prominent human rights lawyer and a leading civil society activist. All three were arrested last year. Rights groups say this video published by Reuters news agency proves they were forcibly sent to the battlefield, having dared to challenge Burkina Faso's junta.
We can see the country has been in a total war against armed groups in the country, and in this war everybody that is not totally in the side of the government or the government's perspective on the situation has been at the risk of being victimized.
Armed groups linked to ISIL and Al-Qaeda control 40% of a country slightly larger than the United Kingdom. In 2023, the junta announced a mass mobilization law calling on anyone fit and above the age of 18 to take up arms and fight for the nation.
The law has been used to target in a discriminatory manner human rights defenders, but also independent voices that have been critical of the government.
Several international and local news outlets have been taken off air for their reporting on battlefield losses and the growing discontent among commanding officers. Rumors of possible attempted coups have shaken the junta. Meanwhile, millions, mostly children, are being displaced by the ongoing fighting.
Burkina Faso, our humanitarian colleagues say that the country is facing unprecedented humanitarian crisis with 6.3 million people in need of humanitarian support and protection. We, along with our partners, are supporting the government's efforts to meet people's immediate needs.
But the public broadcaster continues to show apparent successes of the armed forces, hoping to encourage those displaced to return home. The government says people are at liberty to express themselves freely. But these videos of forced conscripts serve as a reminder that being too outspoken may come at a cost. Nicholas Hawk, Al Jazeera.
Finally, more than 100 people have been killed and more than a dozen injured in a stampede at a Hindu religious gathering in northern India, authorities say. Al Jazeera's Imogen Kimber reports.
One after the other, ambulances bring the dead and injured to this hospital in Etah in northern India after a stampede at a religious event in Uttar Pradesh.
A very tragic accident took place. A religious event celebrating Bhole Baba was going on in Mughalhari village of Hatra district. A stampede happened and people have died.
Dozens of people were injured or killed, and the death toll is expected to rise.
People started falling on one another. Those who were crushed died. People there pulled them out.
The cause of the stampede isn't clear. Some reports suggest it began when people were leaving the site. But overcrowding may have been a factor. Initial reports suggest more than 15,000 people were attending the event, which had permission for 5,000. The state's chief minister has ordered an investigation into the incident. And India's prime minister assured the public the government is offering support.
Senior officials of the central government are in constant touch with the Uttar Pradesh government. I assure everyone through this house that the victims will be helped in every way. The administration is engaged in relief and rescue work under the supervision of the state government.
It's not the first time a stampede has happened at a religious event in India. Authorities have increased the police presence at mass gatherings and started using drones for surveillance. Imogen Kimber, Al Jazeera.
This brings us to the end of the regional and global news coverage. Up next is the 3-day wind forecast. And that's Safe TV2 Headline News for this Wednesday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to follow us on Facebook and YouTube. You can tune in tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. for a rebroadcast and at 7 p.m. for more news. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other.